Hello everyone, welcome to the Needle Magic. Today we have made this glasses case, so teddy bear glasses case, which is so viral and so trending nowadays. So I was so tempted to make this. It's not my pattern, I just saw a picture of it on the Facebook and I wanted to make it. So thought of sharing with you all. I hope you like it too. So let's begin. So we'll need yarn, a crochet hook. I'll be using a 4mm crochet hook for this project, tapestry needle, scissors, Google eyes and some stitch markers. So let's begin. So we'll start by making a slip knot. सबसे पहले हम एक slip knot बना लेंगे. And now we'll be chaining 14. तो हम 14 chains बनाएंगे. So we have to make 14 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So we have made 14 chains. Now we'll go into the second chain from the hook. तो जो second chain है hook से उसमें जाएंगे and we'll make 3 half double crochet stitches in the second chain from the hook. तो इसमें हम 3 half double crochet stitches बनाएंगे. So we'll yarn over, go into the second chain from the hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your needle. Yarn over and pull through all the 3. And now this is the first stitch and I'll be adding a stitch marker to this. Now we'll work 2 more half double crochet stitches in the same chain. So yarn over, go in the same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your needle. Yarn over, pull through all of them. Again yarn over, go into the same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all of the 3. So here we have made 3 half double crochet stitches in one chain. तो हमने 3 half double crochet stitches बनाए एक chain में. Now for the next 11 chains we have to make 1 half double crochet stitch in each of the following 11 chains. So 1 half double crochet stitch into the next chain, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next chain, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next. This is the 4th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Now in the last chain we'll work 3 half double crochet stitches. तो last वाली chain में हम 3 half double crochet stitches बनाएंगे. 1, 2 in the same chain, 3 in the same chain. So here this is the first stitch of the 3. So I'll be adding a stitch marker here as well. And to the 3rd stitch. And here also I should have added to the 3rd stitch as well here. 1, 2 and 3. Now we'll be working on the other side of the foundation chain. तो अब हम foundation chain की दूसरी side पे work करेंगे. So we'll start working 11. First we'll work 11 half double crochet stitches. We'll not be working in the last stitch here. We'll be working from the next stitch. So yarn over, go into the next stitch and I'm working over the yarn tail so that it gets weaved in. 1 in the next, again 2 in the next, 1 half double crochet stitch, 3, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Now we'll slip stitch to the first half double crochet stitch here where we added the stitch marker. So we'll remove the stitch marker, we'll slip stitch to the stitch and join. So this completes our round number 1. Now chain 1, and we have to make 2 half double crochet stitches in each of the 3 stitches here. So on the first stitch, on the next and on the third stitch where we have the stitch marker here. तो ये next जो 3 stitches हैं यहाँ पे हम दो half double crochet stitches बनाएंगे. So yarn over, go into the first stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the 3. So this is our first half double crochet stitch of this round. So we'll add a stitch marker here, another half double crochet stitch into the same stitch, 2 half double crochet stitches into the next, 1 and 2, and 2 half double crochet stitch into the next. So we'll remove the stitch marker here, we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches, and we'll add the stitch marker to the last stitch. So this becomes a set here. Now we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch in each of the following stitches until we reach the stitch marker. तो जब तक हमारे stitch marker तक नहीं पहुँचते हमने एक half double crochet stitch हर एक stitch में करते जाना है. So we'll just keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches. It's a very cute pattern, and when I saw it I really wanted to make it. It's so cute. I hope it turns out as cute as I've seen it in the pictures. So just keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of the following stitches until you reach the stitch marker, and then we'll be doing increase in these 3 stitches. So now I've reached the stitch marker. मैं stitch marker तक पहुंच गई हूँ. So I'll remove the stitch marker. I'll place 2 half double crochet stitches in each of these 3 stitches. In the next 3 stitches we have to work 2 half double crochet stitches. So 1, 2 in the same stitch, and I'll add the stitch marker to the first half double crochet stitch that I made here. Then 2 half double crochet stitches in the next stitch, and 2 in the next. So 1 and 2, and we'll add a stitch marker to this stitch. Now in the next, again the next stitches here until we finish the round, we'll place 1 half double crochet stitch. So just go in and work 1 half double crochet stitch until you complete the round. तो एक half double crochet stitch हम हर एक stitch में करते जाएंगे. So I've completed the round. This is the slip stitch of the previous round and the chain 1. So we don't have to work in there. So I've stopped here. तो जो slip stitch है और chain 1 है उसमें नहीं हमने work करना. Last stitch तक work करना है. तो वहाँ तक हमने work कर लिया. Now we'll slip stitch to the first stitch here of the previous of the round. Slip stitch here to join. Chain 1. And now we have to work increase and then simple 1 half double crochet stitch. So here in the same stitch where we did the slip stitch, we'll place 2 half double crochet stitches here. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the 3, and this is the first stitch of this round. So we'll add the stitch marker here. One more half double crochet stitch into the same stitch. So here we have done an increase. Now in the next 1 half double crochet stitch. In the next stitch again 2 half double crochet stitches. In the next 1 half double crochet stitch. In the next 2 half double crochet stitches. And in the next 1 half double crochet stitch. And to this stitch we will add the stitch marker. Then we'll place 1 half double crochet stitches in all of these stitches until we reach the next stitch marker. तो जब तक हम next stitch marker तक नहीं पहुंचते, हमने सिर्फ एक एक half double crochet stitch करते जाना है. Here I have reached the next stitch marker. तो मैं next stitch marker तक पहुंच गई हूँ. Again, now we'll remove the stitch marker from here. We'll place 2 half double crochet stitches in this stitch. 1. Let me add the stitch marker first. And another one in the same stitch. So 2 half double crochet stitches. Then in the next we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch. In the next stitch we'll make 2 half double crochet stitches. In the next we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch. In the next we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2, and in the next we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch, and we will add our stitch marker to this stitch. Then again we have to work like we did in the previous round, 1 half double crochet stitches in each of these following stitches until we complete the round. So just keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these stitches, and make sure that you're not working in the slip stitches of the previous round, because then the count will differ and the shape will change. तो आप ये ध्यान रखना कि आप जो स्लिप स्टिच है पिछले राउंड की, उसमें उसको स्टिच समझ के उसमें वर्क ना करें. इस चीज़ का ध्यान रखना है. So we have to just keep working in the stitches here until we complete the round, and not in the slip stitch, and then we'll just slip stitch and join to the first stitch of this round. So here I've almost completed, and you can see this is the slip stitch. This is the slip stitch. I'm not going to work in there, so I'll just remove the stitch marker from here, and I'll slip stitch to the first stitch of this round and join. So this is how it's looking so far. So it's better to add the stitch marker so that we know that this is the portion where we have to do increases, and the rest we have to just work single half double crochet stitch. तो ये stitch marker लगाना बहुत अच्छा हो जाता है आपके लिए, because आपको पता है कि आपको इन्हीं stitches में increases करनी है. So now we'll work the first stitch here. So chain 1. We'll work 2 half double crochet stitches in the first stitch where we did the slip stitch. So we'll just go in there, work a half double crochet stitch, and we'll add the stitch marker here first. We'll work 1 more half double crochet stitch here. Now in the next 2 stitches we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch. So 1 half double crochet stitch in the next, and 1 half double crochet stitch into the next. So here we are doing an increase after 2 stitches. So now in the next we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. Then again we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, and then in the next we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. In the next again we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch, and we'll remove the stitch marker, and we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch in this stitch as well, and we'll add a stitch marker. Now 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we reach our next stitch marker. तो जब तक हम next stitch marker तक नहीं पहुंचते, हमें एक एक half double crochet stitch करते जाना है. Now I've reached the stitch marker, so we'll remove the stitch marker and we'll start our increases. So we'll place 2 half double crochet stitch in this stitch, 1, and before adding the second I'll add the stitch marker here, and 2 in the same stitch. Then in the next stitch we'll add 1 half double crochet stitch, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next. In the next we'll do an increase, so we'll place 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. Now in the next we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch, in the next again 1 half double crochet stitch, in the next we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. So in the next 1 half double crochet stitch, we'll remove the stitch marker and 1 half double crochet stitch, and we'll add the stitch marker to the stitch. And now again we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch, 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we complete the round. बाकी स्टिचेस में हमने एक एक हाफ डबल क्रोशा स्टिच करते जाना है जब तक कि हम राउंड कंप्लीट ना करें. So just keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches, and once we complete the round we'll slip stitch to join. We'll remove the stitch marker from here and we'll slip stitch and join. Now again chain 1, we'll place 2 half double crochet stitches in the first stitch, 1, we'll add the stitch marker here, another half double crochet stitch in the same stitch. Now we'll do an increase after every third stitch. So on every fourth stitch we'll have an increase in this round. So in the next we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch, in the next again 1 half double crochet stitch, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, and now we have to do an increase, so we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches here, 1 and 2, then again 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 2 in the next, 1 and 2, then again 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 1 in the next, and then we'll remove our stitch marker from here and we'll place 1 half double crochet stitch in the stitch. And now here we'll add our stitch marker. Then we have to do 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we reach our next stitch marker. I have to just place 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches. So here I've reached the stitch marker, so I'll remove the stitch marker and start the increases. तो यहाँ से हम increases start करेंगे. 2 half double crochet stitch in the stitch, and we'll add the stitch marker first here, and then 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, 1 half double crochet stitch into the next, and now we'll place 2 half double crochet stitches into the next, then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next, 1 and 2, then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and then we'll remove our stitch marker from here, 1 in the next, and add our stitch marker to the stitch. Then just keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch until you complete the round or until you reach the next stitch marker. But make sure whenever your round is ending, you are not supposed to work in the slip stitches of the previous round. So if you work in the slip stitches of the previous round, then your shape will vary. So make sure you're not working in those slip stitches, just working in the stitches. And here is the last stitch. So this is the slip stitch, so we don't have to work in there. We'll just remove the stitch marker and slip stitch to the stitch and join. This is how it's looking so far. Oh my god, I'm so excited to see the outcome of this. Chain 1, and again we'll do an increase in the first stitch. So yarn over, go in, make a half double crochet stitch and add the stitch marker. Another half double crochet stitch into the same stitch. Now on every 5th stitch we have to do an increase. So 4 stitches we have to just do 1 half double crochet stitch. So 1 half double crochet stitch in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and now we'll do an increase. So 2 half double crochet stitches in the next, 1 and 2. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next stitch, 1 and 2. Then again 1 half double crochet stitch in the next, 1 in the next stitch, 1 in the next stitch, and we'll remove our stitch marker from here and we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch in this stitch and add the stitch marker to this stitch. Then 1 half double crochet stitch in each of the following stitches until you reach the next stitch marker. तो नेक्स्ट स्टिच मार्कर तक पहुंचने तक आपने एक एक हाफ डबल क्रोशे स्टिच हर एक स्टिच में करना है. And once you reach the stitch marker, then again we'll follow the increase pattern. On every 5th stitch we need to do an increase, and always to start with an increase, it's better. So this is the last stitch before the stitch marker. Now we'll remove the stitch marker, and in this stitch we'll do an increase first, 1 and 2. So we'll add the stitch marker first on the first stitch of the increase, and then 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next, 1 and 2. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next, and 2 in the next, 1 and 2. Then again 1 in the next, 1 in the next, 1 in the next. We'll remove the stitch marker, 1 half double crochet stitch here, and we'll add the stitch marker here. And then we'll keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we complete the round. So just keep doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we reach the next stitch marker, and then we'll finish the round with the slip stitch. You can even make this with double crochet stitches, or if you want you can do this with single crochet stitches. It's totally up to you, but I feel half double crochet stitch is better for this project because it works up fast and doesn't have much holes. So now we'll just remove the stitch marker and slip stitch to the first stitch to join. Chain 1, and in the same stitch where we did the slip stitch we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches here, 1 and 2, and on the first stitch I'll add the stitch marker, and now in the next 5 stitches we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch, and on the 6th stitch we'll do an increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. and in the next stitch we will work 2 half double crochet stitches. तो हम अब हर 6th stitch पे increase कर रहे हैं. So on every 6th stitch now we are doing an increase. So we have to work 5 double crochet stitches. 1 2 3 4 and 5. And now in the 6th stitch we'll do an increase, so 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and the second one in the same stitch. Now in the next, till we reach the stitch marker, we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch. 1 2 3 4 and the 5th one. We'll remove the stitch marker and we'll work our 5th half double crochet stitch, and we'll add the stitch marker back to the stitch, and then 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we reach our next stitch marker. So next stitch marker तक इसी तरीके से एक एक half double crochet stitch करते जाएंगे. We have reached our stitch marker here, so we'll remove the stitch marker, and we'll start with an increase. So 2 half double crochet stitches in this stitch, but we'll add the stitch marker to the first stitch, 1 more in the same stitch, and now in the next 5 stitches we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch. 1 2 3 4 and 5. And now in the next we'll do an increase, so we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches. Then in the next 5 stitches we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. Then in the next again we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches. One and the second one in the same stitch. Then again 5. In the next 5 stitches we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch. 1 2 3 4 and the 5th one, and we'll add the stitch marker to this stitch. Now 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches until we reach our stitch marker and we complete the round. Then we'll slip stitch to the first stitch of this round and join. One half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches. And then we'll slip stitch to join. So this is the first stitch. We'll slip stitch here and join. So this is how it's looking so far. I have to just press it. This is how it's looking. Another round and then the base will be done. So we'll just make one more round now. So chain 1 and 2 half double crochet stitches in the first stitch where we did the slip stitch. So we'll go in, work a half double crochet stitch, add the stitch marker, one more half double crochet stitch into the same stitch, and now we'll work 1 half double crochet stitch in the next 6 stitches. तो अब next 6 stitches में हम 1 half double crochet stitch बनाएंगे. 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then in the next we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches. So on every 7th stitch we are doing an increase here. Next 6 stitches will be half double crochet stitch in each. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. And then in the next we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. Now in the next 6 again we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and we'll remove the stitch marker and work our 6th stitch here. And we'll add our stitch marker back again. Now till the next stitch marker we'll just work 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches. अब इन स्टिचेस में हम सिर्फ एक एक हाफ डबल क्रोशे स्टिच कर रहे हैं जब तक हम नेक्स्ट स्टिच मार्कर तक नहीं पहुंचते. And once you reach the stitch marker you have to follow the same pattern of increase. Now we'll remove the stitch marker. We'll add 2 half double crochet stitches in this stitch. 1. We'll add the stitch marker back here first. And the second one in the same stitch. So here we are doing an increase here. In the next 6 stitches we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. In the next again we have to do an increase, so we'll work 2 half double crochet stitches here. Then in the next 6 again we have to work 1 half double crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now in the next we'll do an increase, so 2 half double crochet stitch in one stitch. 1 and 2. So in the next, till we reach the stitch marker, we have to continue doing 1 half double crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove the stitch marker and add our 6th stitch here and add the stitch marker back. And now till the next stitch marker we'll be doing 1 half double crochet stitch in each of these following stitches and then slip stitch to join. So I've done 1 half double crochet stitch in the stitches here until I have reached the first stitch. So we'll remove the stitch marker and slip stitch to join. Now we have to just do 1 single crochet stitch in each of these following stitches for the whole round. So chain 1 single crochet stitch into the first stitch where we did the slip stitch, and I'll be adding a stitch marker here. तो इस वाले राउंड में हम सिर्फ एक सिंगल क्रोशे स्टिच हर एक स्टिच में करते जाएंगे. So we'll just go in, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 2 loops on your needle, yarn over, pull through both of them. So this is the way we'll just do 1 single crochet stitch in each of these following stitches, and we are not doing any increase here in this round, just 1 single crochet stitch in each of these following stitches. तो इस राउंड में हम सिर्फ एक सिंगल क्रोशे स्टिच करते जाएंगे और हम यहाँ पे कोई भी इंक्रीज नहीं कर रहे. तो मैं ये राउंड कंप्लीट करके फिर आपसे मिलती हूँ और फिर बताती हूँ आगे क्या करना है. So I'll complete this round and then meet you back here and then tell you what to do next. So I've completed the round by doing one single crochet stitch in each of the stitches. I removed all the stitch markers except the one I added to the first stitch. Now I'll remove this and slip stitch and join. So we'll slip stitch to the first stitch here and join. And now I'll chain one and fasten off. So we can use a tapestry needle and then weave in these ends. So our base is ready. Now we need to make the ears and the nose. So let's do that. So now let's make the ears. So we'll have to make 2 of them using the same pattern. So first we'll make a slip knot. तो पहले slip knot बनाएंगे. अब हम ears बना रहे हैं teddy bear के. So your first chain should be a little loose because we have to work in stitches there. So chain 2, making your first stitch a little bit loose, and then we'll go into the first chain and we'll work 6 half double crochet stitches in the first chain. तो पहली वाली जो chain है वो थोड़ी सी loose बनानी है हमने, क्योंकि उसमें हमने अब 6 half double crochet stitches बनाने हैं. So yarn over, go into the second chain from the hook, which is the first chain. Yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your needle. Yarn over, pull through all of them. Then yarn over, again go into the same chain, make another half double crochet stitch. So 2, then 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have made 6 half double crochet stitches in that one chain. So you can just pull the yarn tail a bit, then chain 2 and turn your work, and now we'll be working 2 half double crochet stitches in each of these following 6 stitches. So just go and work 1 half double crochet stitch, another half double crochet stitch into the same stitch, then in the next again 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2, in the next again 1 and 2, in the next again 1 and 2, in the next stitch again 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2, and in the last stitch again 2 half double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. Now chain 1 and fasten off, leaving a long tail so that we can use this to sew it on. तो थोड़ी सी लॉन्ग टेल छोड़ने के बाद हम इसे फासन ऑफ कर लेंगे और इसी को हम यूज़ करेंगे इन दोनों को स्टिच करने के लिए. सो द स्मॉल yarn end we can just weave in using the tapestry needle. So I'm just going to go in first as the yarn tail is too small. So just put my needle where I want it to go in, and then we can just thread it on. And then slide it through, and then we can cut the extra piece of yarn from here, and we have to make 2 of these. So we need 2. So I'll weave in this yarn end as well. I'll just go in where I want it to hide, thread it on, and just pull it through. This is the easiest way I find when the yarn tail is small. So these are the 2 ears ready. Now we have to just sew it on. Now what I like to do is, see, this is the place where we have the slip stitches. So I think I'll add the nose here and I'll add the ears here on this side, because if I add the ears here then this might show and it won't look good. I don't have a pattern for this. I'm just doing it free-handedly just by seeing the picture because I loved it a lot. So I think I'll add the ears on this side, and then we can add the nose here so that we can hide this spot where we have the slip stitch. So let's add the ears. So we can just place it and we can see where it's looking good, and then we can join it there. So if we place it this way, this is how it's looking. So let's add it here. So one here and one here. So we'll just add one here first. So I'm going to take the stitch marker to hold it in place, and then the other one here. So we can just use the stitch marker to hold it in place, and then we can start sewing it. So we can use a tapestry needle and the yarn end that we have left, and we can attach these two pieces together. तो इस तरीके से हम इन दोनों pieces को साथ में join कर लेंगे. So I'll be just going in the stitch here and in the ear simultaneously, and then again in the stitch and in the ear. So this is how I'll just normally, like you sew something, just have to do that, going in the stitch and in the ear, then again in the next stitch here and in the ear here. तो इस तरीके से जैसे आप नॉर्मली कुछ भी सिलते हैं उस तरीके से हम इन दोनों पीसेस को साथ में ऐड कर लेंगे. Then we'll remove the stitch marker and we'll join it from here as well. Go in the stitch and in the ear, and we have to do the exact same on the other ear, and both the ears will be done. Okay, now I'm done sewing it. So this is how it is. Now I'm not going to add any knots. I'm just going in the stitches, making sure that it's secured enough. I'm just going in a couple of stitches. And then from here I'll just cut the extra piece. I don't want any knots here. If you want, you can make a couple of knots and then you can secure it. So I'll do the exact same with the other ear, and then I'll show you how to make the nose. So both the ears are done. You can just pinch it like this so that they're standing properly like this. So this is done. Now we need to make the nose. So let's do that. So I'll be using cream color for this. You can use any color that you like. So we'll make a slip knot first. पहले slip knot बनाएंगे, and then we'll work 2 chains and make the first chain little loose. तो पहली chain थोड़ी सी loose बनाएंगे. So chain 2, and now we have to work 6 half double crochet stitches in the first chain, which is the second chain from the hook. Yarn over, go into the chain, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your needle. Yarn over, pull through all of them. So this is the first half double crochet stitch. We have to make 6 in total. So 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we have to go on to the second chain, the starting 2 chains that we made, and we will slip stitch because we have to make it this way. Now chain 2 again, and we have to go into the first chain where the first stitch where we did the slip stitch and work 2 half double crochet stitches. So 1 and 2 in the same stitch, then 2 in the next, 1 and 2, 2 in the next, 1 and 2, 2 in the next, 1 and 2, then again 2 in the next, 1 and 2, 2 in the next, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we'll go on to the first half double crochet stitch that we made, and we will slip stitch here. this is, you can just pull the yarn tail that we have. So this is how it's looking. We'll just place it on top and we'll see whether it's fine. So I feel this is good enough. So chain 1 and fasten off. And we can just put the yarn tail in, and with this yarn tail we can just sew it with this. So this piece will be sewn here. So we'll take a tapestry needle, and before adding this we can just take some black yarn and make some detailing, or I feel it's better to do it with the same color, the brown color that I've used. So I'll just take a tapestry needle, make a knot, and then we can make some detailing. So from the back side I'm just going in like this, and I'll be making a line first. I'm just going to make a line first, come out from the same space, and then another time from the same place I'm just going in and coming out. 2 to 3 times I have to do that. Once more we'll do that. And once we are done with this line, we have to go in this way, so vertically and horizontally 2 to 3 times this side. तो हम दोनों तरीके से बनाएंगे, ऐसे और ऐसे, हॉरिजॉन्टल और वर्टिकल, दोनों तरफ से हमारी लाइंस बन जाएंगी. I'm just going at the back now. So this is how it is. So I'll just make 2 knots here at the back. तो 2 knots बना के ताकि ये secure हो जाए, and then we can sew this piece to the case. So this is done. We'll just place it in like this, and now we'll add it here. So this is how it's looking. So let's take a tapestry needle again, and we'll start sewing it here. So I'll just go in the case and the stitch here this way, and then little further we'll just go in. So we'll join both the pieces together, just twist it a bit, and then just go in both the pieces and attach it together. Then we'll go in here, this is the way we'll just attach it here. And just 2 more. And the last one, and we are done. till this part is done. You can see this is how it's looking. So I'll just go in one last time. And then again here I'm not going to make any knots. I'll just go in from one side, come out from the other, and then again go in and come out. So 2 to 3 times I'll do this, and then I'll just cut the extra piece of yarn. I'm not making any knots here. So now I feel it's secure enough, so I'll just cut the extra piece of yarn from here, and yes, it's done, it's ready. So this is how it's looking. So now we need to add our eyes, but before that we need to place our glasses and see where the eyes should be. So here I've placed the eyes. I have not glued them, and then when you put your glasses in, so you can just make sure that your placement is right or no. So this is how it should be. So this is the placement I want. So what I'll do is, carefully I'll remove my glasses, and I'm using glue gun to glue them on. Some of the Google Eye, they have stickiness, but this doesn't. So I'm just going to use glue gun and stick them in. Same with the other side, and they're done. So this is how it is. So you can just, once it's done, you can just press it and shape it up a bit, and then you can place your glasses here on. And this is how it's looking. It's so cute. I was so tempted to make it. I hope you liked the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Keep crocheting, stay safe, be happy. Bye bye.